Hello everyone, this is Keith George. I am the Educational Technology Specialist with the Alabama Math, Science, and Technology Initiative, and I am going to show you how to create a lesson plan as an innovative way of using the Participate Learning Collections tool. So Participate Learning, available at www.participate.com, is a wonderful resource. It's a searchable collection of educational resources, be it apps or websites or online videos that you can that are organized in collections. You can create your own collections, has some courses you can take, as well as a great chat tool. But I'm going to show you how to kind of take an interesting approach to a collection by making it into a lesson plan. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new collection. I can just start from the dashboard and either go to collections and do a new collection, or from the home I can create a new collection. Now it's important to realize that I'm already logged in. I already have a free account and I'm logged in. So we'll create a collection, and I'm going to call this collection the same as what I want my lesson plan to be titled. And now I'm looking at the empty collection, and notice the visibility is set to public. So until I'm done, I'm going to set that to only I can view. And then I'm going to go ahead and come up and I'm going to click here for the description. Click on the pencil. And this is a lesson plan about disasters. And I'll give a better description of that later. So now I've got my short little description, and as I said, I'll refine that a little bit later. But the first thing I want to do is add a resource. Now, because we're kind of twisting the original use of collections to form it into a lesson plan, one of the first things you're going to want to do is to actually have the full lesson plan as a resource in your collection. So I have already created the lesson plan and have kind of the text version of it just in a shared Google Doc. So I'm going to grab the link for that lesson, and then I'll jump back to Participate. I click Add a Resource, and this is the button that you'll use for any online resource. Paste that link in, add it, and it has added my lesson plan into the collection. Now, if we glance back at that lesson plan as we work our way down through here, we'll see that there are a couple of resources that are used in it. One is the Animoto app. So if I jump back to Participate to my collection, I suspect that Animoto might be in the database. So I'm going to search resources and look for Animoto. And as that search completes, there it is, the Animoto Video Slideshow Maker. I can just come over here to Add, slide down to the bottom where my collection is. Once I have a check mark, I know it's been added. I'm going to use this convenient little View button so that I'm right back where I was. And I've added the Animoto. Now, if I pop back to my lesson plan, there is a tutorial that I found. This is a pretty good one. So I'm actually going to copy that link URL, come back to Participate again. This is a web resource, so I'll add a web resource. It adds the link. And notice that if it has a description, it's already putting that in there for me. So that's really convenient. So I'm just going to keep adding the resources that are in my lesson. So the next thing I've got is a tutorial for Google Forms. So I will copy that URL, pop back. That's a web link, so I'll add a resource, paste the URL in, add that. It's added it. And I'm just going to keep looking back and forth. The next thing is Poplet Lite. That's a great little app. So I'll search resources. for Poplet. And there's Poplet, and here's Poplet Lite. So I'll do add, slide down Masters of Disaster, use the view link to jump right back. Next is a tutorial for Poplet. I'll copy that URL, add resource, paste, and it adds the link. So I'm just going to continue through my lesson, and anything that is a link or a file, I can actually, if you saw the link up here, you can actually upload a file. So if there's just a document on your computer, you can use that and just directly upload a file. You can obviously do a little bit more with your description. And as you've added tools, you can also reorder them if you wanted to reorder steps. So I could actually have for instance, one thing I definitely would want to do is add a new Google Doc that is the student instructions. And then you can have that doc in here, rearrange it. You'll want to go into every one of your entries and create a good description. This is a tutorial on creating Google Forms. So for each of your resources, you'll want to make sure you have a description. You'll want to reword things the best you can. If I edit resources here, you can give it a name of Poplet tutorial and enter a description. A quick tutorial on using Poplet. You can select grade levels if you need them. And so I'm just doing kind of a little cleanup to make things look a little bit nicer. And then when I'm completely done, I have all the different parts of my lesson plan in the collection. So basically an entry for each step in the lesson plan, taking advantage of attaching Google Docs for student instructions, handouts, worksheets, assessments, whatever I need to do. Once I've got that all done, I can come back up to visibility. I can set that to public so that it is now visible to everybody. And I now have, from the share button, a simple link that I can give to my students, make it available for a substitute, whatever, that will take them straight to this collection that is basically a step-by-step instruction. So instead of having to give the substitute or give the students a long, drawn-out set of instructions, I can send them this one link, and it will take them to this collection, and they just work their way through step by step. So again, Participate collections are a great tool just to share collections, but this is kind of an interesting twist on it to actually let Participate learning collections serve as a lesson plan. I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, you can contact me at kgeorge@alsde.edu. Thanks so much.